Good Sunday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609. I'm still in Capitan, New Mexico, and my little inside-outside temperature gauge says 26. Watch this. Hey Google, what's the temperature in Capitan, New Mexico?
The current temperature in Capitan is 41.
That's 15 degrees off. See, when I was in Texas, in Kingsland, Texas, at my other home base, I was relying on that information to make my decision when to come out here. And it was showing that the highs were in the mid 60s and the lows were in the low to mid 40s. And I'm thinking, well, I can handle that. Well, the highs are spot on. The high today, it shows is going to be 67, and it'll actually probably be 70, which is great. But the lows suck. It's cold. But I don't do anything real early in the morning anyway. As soon as the sun comes up, boy, it warms up quick. But anyway, there, so always remember that you get some misinformation on the weather deal, because it depends on where they take the weather. Somebody said they did it out at Fort Stanton, which is about 10 miles from here. But anyway, what else can I tell you? I'm still alive in my 2019 Casita Freedom Deluxe. It's 17-footer, 84 square feet of interior space. I've been long-time, full-time RVer. Today is the day after yesterday, the day before tomorrow. I don't know why yesterday's that way and tomorrow's that way. It just is here. And but today is the first day of the rest of your life. Make it a good one. You can. It's up to you. Hey Google, what's the temperature in Bangor, Maine?
The current temperature in Bangor is 40.
With a high of 52. Is that reliable? I have no clue. Hey Google, what's the temperature in Butte, Montana?
In Butte, it's currently 33.
With a high of 50, a heat wave. Hey Google, what's the temperature in Fairbanks, Alaska?
In Fairbanks right now, it's 32.
With a high of 33. Wow, big move. Anyway, those are just random places, okay, other than the home base that I just did, Capitan, New Mexico. Bangor, Maine, Butte, Montana, and Fairbanks, Alaska are just random picks. I've never been to any of them, and that's the way that is. What else can I tell you? Introduce the gang back here. This is Trenton Clump. That's a smiling it. That is a teddy bear with my name on it. That's Popeye and Olive Oyl from the old Popeye cartoons. That's Betty Boop from 1930s. That is Mr. Bill from the 1970s, and that behind him is a sticker that says Native Texan with a jalapeno on it. And that is $1 million bill. And whose picture is on $1 million bill? Rutherford B. Hayes. Hey Google, who was Rutherford B. Hayes?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. Rutherford Burkert Hayes was the 19th President of the United States from 1877 to 1881, having served in the U.S. House of Representatives and as Governor of Ohio. Hayes, a lawyer and staunch abolitionist, defended refugee slaves in court proceedings in the antebellum.
Stop. Enough of that. Should go on for an hour. But anyway, what else can I tell you? Hey Google, tell us a flea joke.
Why didn't the melons get married? Because they cantaloupe.
What's that got to do with fleas? Artificial intelligence thinks it does. So all this neural network stuff that's taken over the world, that's the kind of logic it's got. So just remember that when But anyway, what else can I tell you? Not a whole lot. Better get to some comments though. It is a Sunday morning coming down. Who wrote that? Chris Christopherson, I think, and everybody in the world sang it. Let's see. This is Ernesto Gigio, Gigio. Enjoyed the interview. Did I miss the Scamp's weight? I have a 4-cylinder Jeep TJ with a 2,000-pound towing capacity. Well, why don't you go to the Scamp website, scamprv.com, and it will tell you, or it won't tell you, you can read that it weighs somewhere around 1,300 to 1,600 pounds, depending on what you put in it. So, that give you a start. Anyway, yeah, it says Rick Harrison says this one's about 1,600 pounds. Yeah, so yeah, you could, but the thing of it is, you can't have too much towing capacity, okay? You know what I mean? You're pretty close. Casey Lewis, great interview, Rusty. This guy seems to be very happy. Have a good day. Yeah, Rick's a cool dude, and he's traveling around enjoying his life the best he can. And yeah, he's got a good spot out there at the Bureau of Land Management campground. And yeah, he's got a good spot. He's got a place for his dog to kind of wander around outside a little bit. But anyway, thank you, Casey Lewis. Jimmy Jones, dude, you sound just like Billy Bob Thornton. That's a compliment. Well, I don't know who Billy Bob Thornton is. Hey, Google, who is Billy Bob Thornton?
According to Wikipedia, Billy Bob Thornton is an American actor, writer, director, and musician. Thornton had his first break when he co-wrote and starred in the 1992 thriller One False Move and received international attention.
Okay, he was born August 4th, 1955. He's almost exactly 10 years younger than me. So he sounds like me. I don't sound like him. I was here first. Anyway, enough said. Thank you very much. Terry Murphy, is that where Frugal was a host? Yeah, it was. Frugal RV Gal was there, and Kim No Channel. Gene Rodriguez, great interview, Rusty. Sure looks like a hot day there. Well, it was when I did that interview, it's probably 60 in that range. It's nice. Franny Lee says, wow, neat. Well, it is a neat little RV. I looked at getting me one. In fact, I put a deposit on a 16-footer. And the two reasons I backed out was, one, it's in Minnesota. I really didn't want to drive all the way up there to get it, and it was going to be ready in the wintertime. I didn't want to do that. And the next thing was I discovered the interior height in the casita was, even though it was 6'1.5", so was I. I thought I was 6'2". But as you get older, you shrink. Wayne Johnson, good man there. I agree. Forrest Stinnett. Okay, anyways, had some issues. Thank you. Richard Hoovener. I really wanted to hear about this guy and his scamp, but I had to stop the video after 2 minutes because of those dogs chewing noises. Can't put up with that. Why would that bother you? That's what dogs do. Anyway, okay, Richard, that's fine. It's your choice. It's your life, dog. Your life, dog. Taz Mod, good afternoon, Rusty Trackman and Rick. Nice interview. Great that you have a rescue dog. Oh, he's talking about Rick. Yeah, Rick has a dog. Brian Mills, nice guy. Cool rig, too. Well, yeah, I thought it was. Astro Turtle Gaming. That's an interesting name. Awesome on Living in the Scamp. This is on Living in the Scamp. All these are on Living. I must have had 100 comments on Living in a 13-foot Scamp. See, and that's like what's his name? Santa Claus-looking guy, Bob Wells. He does. He has a channel called Cheap RV Living, and that's all he does is interviews. Okay, and that's the reason he's got a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, because that's all he does. And that people are interested in that. And if that's all I did, I'd be up there with them, I think. Raccoon Little Bear, Rick is enjoying that scamp like his dog is enjoying that bone. Carpe diem. Well, that dog was getting down on that bone, wasn't it? It didn't care if I was doing a video or not. And it didn't bother me a bit. Danny Vance, I'd like to sit with him and hear all the interesting things he has done. Great interview, Rusty. Thanks, Rick, for your time. 13-foot scamp is worth looking into for new travelers. Hope we can run into Rick again someday. Thank you, Danny Vance. Yeah, I looked at a 13-footer. Casita used to make a 13-footer. They don't anymore. But the 13-footer, I looked. The more I looked at it, the more I realized that's, for me, would have been maybe a little too small. But he came from a sailboat, which was even smaller inside than that. So he was coming up the scale, and I was going down. Anyway, Mr. C, way to go, Rick. Joni's RV Journey seems like a nice man. Got to give him credit for living on a sailboat for so long. I'm not sure I could do that. Cute dog. He's found a nice home. Stay safe and healthy. I knew a couple in Kingsland, Texas. They bought him a nice home there on the Llano River. And they had a garage sale. I went by and I was talking to them. They had lived on a sailboat for 22 years. He was in the oil business somehow in Houston, Texas. She was his secretary, and he got a divorce, married her. They bought a sailboat, and they were just going to go sailing for a few months. Okay, it ended up being 22 years. So it must be something to it. Patricia Reddick, oh, I already read that. Here we go. Dale Pointer, a little morning poetry here. See what we got here. All right, here we go. Dale Pointer says, a sailor, a captain, man of the sea, now twiddles his time in an RV. Adventures had, no time to dock, no more morning alarm clock. All is well, the wind is fair, he'll be here or over there, riding asphalt, not the same. The only water is river, lake or rain. Sail on in your rolling ship, may you have a good wind ahead. Thank you, Dale Pointer, that's very nice of you, appreciate it. See, I just say appreciate, you don't say appreciate, it's appreciate. You got it? That's East Texas. Bubba Fringman, how on God's green earth can you live in just 13 feet? Well, I'm living in 16 feet, so, you know, it ain't much different. You know, you just, well, what you don't have is a little table like I have. That's what you don't have. You have a bed and the rest, okay? The bed and the bathroom, you know, and you do everything laying there on the bed. So, you know, but I thought about it. Yet, man, well, but he's coming up. Remember that. He's coming from a smaller space to a larger space. Get that up there. Man of Steel Magnolias, great video, Rusty. Thank you. Well, actually, the video was Rick, the dog, and the RV. I just happened to be holding the camera. Amish Sailor, how would you compare the Scamp to your Cressita? Well, I think they're both well made. One's made in Minnesota, one's made in Rice, Texas. One is 100% fiberglass, and the other one is 90% fiberglass, or 85. What they do with the Casita on the bottom shell, it comes around and then stops, and they build a wooden floor in that opening, okay? On the Casita, it comes all the way under, it's all enclosed, and they build the floor on top of the fiberglass. That's one of the differences, maybe others. Dan Brickert, but as far as the decision for me wasn't based on that. It was based on the fact that it was in Rice, Texas. I could get it there easily, and if I ever had to have service of any kind, I could get to Rice, Texas much easier than Minnesota. Dan Brickert, right on, Rusty. We can see the inside of the Scamps on YouTube. Best part of your videos is all the outside places you show us that can be experienced in the RV life. Yeah, there's a whole world out here, guys, but I got to tell you this, these people that are boondocking around here, around Capitan, if they relied on the weather forecast of this area before they came here, they're frozen. There's bodies all around here. You got to go out there and thaw them out. You know, it's 15 to 20 degrees different from what the weather shows on YouTube. Apple 10 in demand, I guess. Where are you? I don't understand it, right? Okay. I told you where I was when I started the video. That was on Rick and the Scamp. Mike Wolf on comment call. Maybe you need to learn and obey. Oh, here we go. Okay, Mike. I'm not going to get rid of you forever, but I will put you away for a while. You know, I know what to do, Mike. I'm a grown-up. Anyway, this guy's name is Dom. The link says 1,000 pounds. That's on the We Roll. This comment is on the We Roll trailer RV. Meet Gil from Indiana. The link says 1,000 pounds. I'm just wondering if it's 1,000 or 2,000 because Gil said 2,000. My RAV4 can only pull 1,500 pounds. Well, let me tell you guys, you people that are looking at those weights and saying, okay, the towing weight of my vehicle is 1,500 pounds, and you get a tow, you get a trailer 1,500 pounds, you're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to like it. I guarantee you. You know, you need 3,000 pounds towing capacity to tow 1,500 pounds to be comfortable. I guarantee you. I've been doing this a long time. But the reason Gil said it was 2,000 pounds because he got all his stuff in it. And believe me, clothes and water and all kind of stuff adds up quick. Gerald McCarthy, that gentleman, this is Rick in the Scamp, That gentleman is living the life of in my humble opinion. Anyway, and I love that little dog. See, some people like the dog, some people didn't like it. It's the way it goes. I liked it. I liked the dog. I thought it was cute. Carl Hop, two cool dudes. Thank you, Carl Hop. Again, Carl Hop. Dogs are treated better than humans. They are. You know, we take them to the vet. We give them the best food we can, and you know, I mean, we treat them well. Anyway, this is Mary Ware on Living in the Scamp. Living the good life. Love his adorable pup. Yeah, it is. Scott Harrison, good interview, Rusty, and good responses, bro. A lot of nice comments here for both of you. Everyone always loves Zeb. That's the dog's name. See you soon, depending on the old thing. Okay, got you, Scott. Traveling with Rick. Good interview, Rusty. When are you getting a doggy? I'm not. Beck's cat herder has the same 13-foot scamp. She's a YouTuber. Rick still has his charts from sailing. Cool. Yeah, he said something about checking his charts, or he had his charts in the way or something. Anyway, that's cool. Michael Peace. That was an interesting video. You should interview more people. I would. If I find them, I'll interview them. But you know, I'm here in Capitan, and they don't pull up here and say, "Hey, do an interview." And I'm not going to go driving all over looking for them. Rick Harrison. Yeah, if anybody's got something neat and they want me to check it out, and you're in the area of Capitan, New Mexico, yeah, come by my home base here at 411 West 2nd Street in Capitan. It's really easy to find. And yeah, come by around beer 30. Starts at 4 p.m. I'm out for about an hour and a half, sitting there drinking beer and talking to myself. Might as well talk to you and do an interview, huh? This is Living in the Scamp. Rick Harrison, thanks for doing the interview. Oh, he already said that. I did that. Mount Thielson. The scamp heater works great. No moisture as it vents outside. Huh. Well, I'm not sure about that. I don't think that's correct. You know, all furnaces have an outside vent, but the heat, the moisture is in the heat, and no, I don't think that's correct. But you could be right. Richard Harrison, great video, Rusty. I'm another Rick. Living in a 17-foot RPod. I'm a Marine, Vietnam veteran, whatever, waiting for disability. God, if you're a Marine, Vietnam vet waiting for disability, that's a long time to wait. It would be interesting knowing more about the park, how much it is. It's $5 a day. The South Carolina park I was living in shut down. I'm looking to a friend's garage, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah, well, you know, the place, the name of the place is in the video, and it's $5 a day with water and electric. Or you can camp there for free. They got a little loop that's boondocking. Thank you. Good luck, Richard. Vabasser 1, Rusty, you meet the coolest people. Thanks for sharing. But yeah, he was a cool guy. He came by here for a while, beer 30 the other day. And yeah, we chatted, and yeah, he's a nice guy, and he was nice enough to let me do the video. Some people don't like to do that, and I don't blame them. We'll do 3 more and then shut her down. Robert Thompson, forgot sound of good bone and dog. I don't know, CHIRSTAMIS bone. We're like dog chew. It try to take it. No. Something, I don't know what that means. Thank you, Robert. Brian G. Rusty, nice, short, and to the point interview, and good social distancing too. Well, I wasn't. Never mind. Yeah, that's right. I was very aware of that. In fact, I had marked the ground 10 feet away. I wanted to be more than safe. Thank you, Brian. PJ Bikerful, do 2 more here. Thank you. He's got a link to scamptrailers.com. And this last one here, we got 2 more. We'll do 2 more. Alan J., that was seriously interesting video. I wish I had the guts to get out by myself in my 5th wheel and hit the road. You can do it. It's up to you. Dennis 78382, awesome area boondocking. I'm in. Rick seems like a good dude. He is. Very interesting fellow. Hope you're doing much better, Dennis. You guys check out his channel, Dennis 78382. Dennis just had some surgery of some type, and he's recuperating so he can get back to doing the Uber and Lyft stuff. But anyway, good luck, Dennis. And with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. It doesn't cost you 1 penny. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you won't want to eat so much. Those are organic bananas. Anyway, yeah, and then what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deeply. Hold it for a few seconds and then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Sure it is. And then what else? Stretch, 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 swivel, 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 walk, 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 pedal, pedal, pedal. Exercise your body once or twice a day. Why? Because you'll feel better and you may live longer, healthier because of it. And then what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Boy, you really got to work now. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let negative Nancy or negative Ned get inside of your head. This is your head, your brain, your frontal lobes, your consciousness. You know, don't let the news media dump it, load it up with garbage, man. Just look at the facts, make a choice, go forward. And with that in mind, adios amigo, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. I already said that. Where am I at here? Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. And at ease, carry on. Until next time, I've got a video coming up today on what? Nothing. I don't think. I'll come up with something. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.